Hello everyone, this is Frones here and welcome to this tiny little castle concept show around. As you can see, we've got everything built before us, so I've actually cheated a bit because, well, the replay mod is really driving me nuts these days. It's just crashing randomly. So what we're gonna do today is just an old school show around, a little tour video where I'll take you through this, talk about the building process and talk about the use of materials to get some feedback on this castle concept. So the Darwin Reforged server has been down this all day, so I've been doing this on a single player world, and this is 3.5 hours of building. Yeah, let's just get started right away, have a look at this castle concept. So first of all, this is part of the Carathon series. I'm gonna give you a quick fly around here to the parts that I've done. It's just a concept, guys, you know, it's nothing finished. It's the first time I've ever worked with a castle with the CR mod. So it's sort of new to me, but I have of course been looking at lots of pictures of fantasy castles for inspiration, and I have seen, you know, castles by Ducon and Lord Dagger and Virkoman and all that, but what I wanted to do was something different. Well, yeah, that's always the challenge, doing something new. So if we have a look at the materials here, how I've tried to structure this. So you see, first of all, we've got an outer wall here, and that is sort of the cheap wall. Because the most important thing here would be that the towers themselves are really solid. You don't want the towers to break or anything, because that is where your people are going to be defending the castle in case of an attack, right? And to talk about history and lore here, we are in the middle of Carathon, a thriving city, the capital of Aranor, and they are at war with the barbarians. So of course we need this castle to be fortified, but Carathon doesn't have you know, that much access to stone. They do, because they have a mine of their own, but they are not trading with Luramore, which is the city that has all of the stone basically in the mountains. So they have a lot of wood here, so they want to use whatever materials that they've got, and they are very skilled with wood in Carathon. So they would have all these long oak beams that they would be using for sort of the outer walls here, and they would be solid enough, right? And as long as the tower stands, we're still able to defend this stuff. So I wanted to bring in different materials, get some different colors to sort of give this castle another structure. So bringing in the wood here and the darker stones, you see this is the palette for the outer walls really. And you see that I have lots of holes for shooting arrows and, well, crossbows, if they have that stuff. I'm not really sure actually how evolved they are here, but arrows definitely able to shoot out of those holes. And that wall would work quite well, I'd say. And some spikes up here, so you're able to, well, get behind here and actually see cover and all that stuff. So the main towers here, we have again light palette of stone, because we don't want this to be an evil looking castle. We want this to have this nice and lush and quite lively white look to it. So the palette for the towers are as follows: the darkest stone below, dark solid stone brick. I thought it was nice as a foundation, and then we have this mix of white stone that I used for the towers themselves. I'm not using travertine, again, because they wouldn't have access to all of the purest stone, I believe. And they are quite practical people here in Carathon, so while they care about its aesthetics, they also, you know, they don't care too much, and they don't have all of the materials available here. So we have different light stones, nice palette, I believe. And these are of course just sort of simple outer towers. In the beginning I didn't have a roof on this one, but I think that these roofs adds so much color to color and character really to the castle itself. So I'm going with the blue roofs because they are the blue is the color of Carathon pretty much. I really like how it looks against the white, having these blue roof tiles and these tiny little supported well, secondary roofs, I guess you can call that, and then a main roof on top. For the roofs in general, what I do is having these nailed oak planks, which have a very nice, quite, you know, it's a nice looking type of oak. To me, it looks like it's been well tended of, I guess you can say. And then we may use these oak things for supports. I'll get back to the supports later. But you see, but okay, let's move on to the castle itself in here. Again, it's just a concept. Outer walls, towers, and the castle is going to be here, and it's going to be huge, of course. So this is just a simple little well, exit here, so you're able to defend your stuff out here. The castle itself, to make it stand out from the towers and the rest of it, we're not using any darker colors here, but instead we are bringing in some wooden extensions, and we are to get some more color, more character into this castle. We are using red bricks, and that's a very interesting thing I find. After looking over a bit of inspirational pictures, I'm not sure it's anything that I've seen used in Conquest in this way, but they look really nice, these red bricks. They're nice looking in my opinion, and what this gives us is like 3 dominating colors that are very royal to me. First, of course, being the whiteness of the stones, well, light gray, I guess, but pretty white, nice look. Then the blue that really stands out, and the red again, and of course some wood. I guess that counts as well as the brown is also a color. But the most characteristic things about this castle will most likely be the red bricks and the blue roofs. So let me know what you think about that. I'm quite liking it as far as this little concept goes. I'm of course very eager to see it in a larger build, because this castle is going to be quite huge. So this is a small start, what I could do with 3.5 hours. And you see another thing that I want to talk about here is the shapes that I've got going. You see that already on this part, it is not, there are no straight lines. We have a straight entrance here, but we have curves, and we even have extension parts like this one on an angled wall. So this is very difficult to do, of course, and it looks a little bit awkward. I will admit, but what it does in the bigger picture is giving us a very dynamic shape, and I'm able to shape up this castle completely as I want it to be. And give it a lot of character, a lot of individual style. So that is a nice thing. If we have a look at it from the inside, you see that these red bricks also adds a different feel to all of this gray white stuff that we've got going on. This is really going to work. I've missed a block there, but this is really going to work, I think, and give this castle something unique. And these rooms will look quite gorgeous with the large windows. Now, a thing that I'd like to get some feedback on is, of course, the general choice of materials and the building style itself, obviously, because I'm you know, coming up with all this stuff as I build pretty much. But there are the minor details. I always find that the details are the hardest part. Stuff like these railings. Now, I've used iron railings on this one, and it really works in my opinion. But what we could do also was using spruce. It sort of matches the well, the look of the oak down there. Yeah, well, even though oak and spruce is not really, but you kind of get the point. I'm so bad at rails placement in Conquest. It's insane. I don't get it. Yep. There we go. So that could work as well. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. You know, down here would be very nice too, but that one is just glitching as fuck, and I can't deal with that, to be honest. That would annoy me to death. So for now I'm using these ones. Whoop. Yep, but that's details. I've also considered shutters up here. Blue shutters, they don't really match, unfortunately. Red shutters could work, but yeah, well, it's hard to tell with this little concept thing, but you know, maybe something like that will work. And we need flowers, we need all sorts of decoration also to make this look nice. But what do you guys think for a concept here? I think this is quite original. So I'm hoping that you're liking this as well and are as eager as I am to see this, well, in a huge castle basically. That's gonna be cool, but we need lots of stuff done for Carathon before the actual building starts. I just felt like making this castle. I really had the inspiration for it, and I think it's looking really nice. So we're getting something out there. It's gonna be good starting the Carathon project. I'm searching for a landscaper at the moment, as I really can't do everything myself. So if you know anyone, or if you yourself are good with landscaping, well, let me know, because I need that stuff. But you need to be, well, fairly productive, I guess, because I'm expecting some really good stuff with this project. But of course, just contact me if you're up for some landscaping on the Darwin Reforged server. Well, thank you for watching this castle Showaround. I'd very much like some feedback, you know. Reading the comments is always what makes me want to do the next video. So stay tuned for new composition, new builds in the future. Thank you for watching. This was Frones, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.